Imagine finding out that the woman packing lunch for her daughter every morning is actually one of the most feared assassins in Korea. She worries about kindergarten pickup. She hunts supermarket discounts. She gets scolded by her mother-in-law, and somewhere between grocery shopping and dinner, she can put a bullet through a target from hundreds of meters away. That is the insane setup of A Bona Fide Killer, one of 2026's most unusual Korean dramas. And somehow the craziest part isn't that A Bona is secretly an assassin. It's that her own husband is investigating the killer, without realizing he sleeps next to her every night. If you love dark comedies, secret identities, crime thrillers, and marriages that are basically ticking time bombs, this drama needs to be on your radar. Kang Hyo-jin stars as A Bona, a seemingly ordinary working mother returning to her job after 3 years of maternity leave. Officially, she is the manager of Sales Team 3 at Darumi Electronics. Unofficially, she is Kingfisher, a legendary one-shot, one-kill sniper who eliminates brutal criminals who escape proper punishment. And motherhood has not made her any less dangerous. One of the funniest things about the drama is watching Bona use assassin-level skills for completely normal problems. Her mother-in-law gives her a mountain of cabbage to prepare. Bona attacks it with the speed and precision of someone who has clearly handled much sharper weapons. At a supermarket, she notices a male employee harassing a woman. Most people would complain to the manager. Bona? She turns the grocery aisle into a battlefield. A potato becomes a projectile, beans scattered across the floor become a trap, and within seconds the guy is down without Bona even looking particularly bothered. Because after years of training, Bona doesn't have to decide to become dangerous. Her body simply reacts. That becomes important because Bona genuinely wants to be normal. Her husband and daughter have given her something she never really had before, a home. But then her maternity leave ends, and Kingfisher returns. Her boss, Kim Bong-pal, played by Sung Dong-il, looks like an ordinary corporate team leader. In reality, Sales Team 3 is essentially a covert elimination squad hiding inside an electronics company. Bona and her team don't see themselves as ordinary killers. They target people they believe the justice system failed to punish: abusers, violent criminals, and people whose victims never receive justice. And Bona believes that if the law cannot stop them, someone else has to. But the drama doesn't make that morality completely comfortable, because while Bona sees Kingfisher as a form of punishment, Detective Lee Dong-jin, played by Lee Sang-yi, believes justice cannot exist outside the law. He relentlessly hunts Kingfisher precisely because he refuses to accept a world where somebody secretly decides who deserves to live or die. So suddenly, this isn't just assassin versus police. It becomes a battle between two completely different definitions of justice. Then comes one of the smallest and potentially most dangerous mistakes Bona makes. During a sniper operation, everything appears perfect. The positioning, the distance, the shot, the escape. Kingfisher is supposed to be practically invisible, except Bona is a mother now. And somewhere in the middle of that perfectly executed mission appears something nobody expects: a shark-shaped sticker belonging to her daughter. A childish little sticker becomes more dangerous than fingerprints, security cameras, or sophisticated surveillance. Because for the first time, the legendary assassin leaves behind something personal, something that connects Kingfisher to an entirely different life. And then we get another disturbing connection to Bona's past. Years earlier, Bona killed the abusive father of a young girl, believing she was rescuing that child from a nightmare. But instead of escaping Bona's world, the girl became fascinated by it. She grows into a highly skilled poison expert who remembers Bona almost like a mythical figure, the powerful killer who appeared out of nowhere and destroyed the monster controlling her life. But when she finally sees Bona again, she discovers something disappointing. Her legendary hero is now worrying about her husband, raising a child, cooking dinner, and trying desperately to be ordinary. And she wants the old Bona back. But none of those threats compared to the person living inside Bona's own house. Her husband, Kwon Tae-sung, is loving, funny, and completely devoted to his wife and daughter. He is also an investigative reporter with a history of pursuing Kingfisher. While Bona desperately hides her past, Tae-sung follows clues surrounding the mysterious sniper, without realizing those clues are slowly leading him toward his own wife. And every new Kingfisher case brings Tae-sung one step closer to discovering that the woman he loves is the person he has been searching for. That is where A Bona Fide Killer becomes much more interesting than a simple assassin drama. The real question isn't whether Bona can kill another target. We already know she can. The question is, can she protect the ordinary life she built after spending years becoming extraordinary at killing? Because Bona finally has something Kingfisher never had. Something to lose: a husband, a daughter, a family. And as her past begins invading her present, those two versions of her can't remain separate forever. So when Tae-sung finally gets close enough to see the truth, will he see his wife, or will he only see Kingfisher? And when Bona has to choose between protecting her secret and protecting her family, which version of her will survive? If you're watching A Bona Fide Killer, tell me in the comments, do you think Tae-sung should forgive Bona when he discovers who she really is, or should he turn her in? And if you love K-dramas with dangerous secrets, twisted relationships, and characters who are definitely not what they seem, like, subscribe, and follow for more K-drama deep dives.